Hello everyone, this is Shahaf and I'm here to give you an update, and there's a lot of things that are going on, so let's just dive into it. First and probably foremost, MultiDAG 2.0. So we just launched the MultiDAG 2.0 testnet, and I know that a lot of you have already seen it because there are so many tokens that are being created right now and people are moving assets around, and this is exactly what we're aiming for. We are growing from a one-coin network to a multi-token network. So what we're doing with the testnet environment is that it allows us to test the functionalities of MultiDAG 2.0 in a safe space using trial funds. So this is the prudent way to go, and this is how we're going to test drive everything. And do you remember the SBG tokens that I've minted in the last video? As you've all noticed, you can now generate CMD tokens yourself, and I encourage you to continuously do so. And just to put things in the greater picture of things is that this unique technology, MultiDAG 2.0, alongside with our prudent approach to regulation and the fact that we are an enterprise-grade product, is what allows us to become the enterprise layer one. This is where we're going. This is what business development is doing right now. This is what our devs are doing right now. This is what we're aiming for, and expect news around that. So MultiDAG 2.0 is now in testnet environment. We've also released Explorer 2.0 to accompany the testnet because with more assets, you actually need more transparency to the various assets on the network. So Explorer 2.0 has a new design, as you've probably noticed. It also offers a variety of stats related to the trust chain, the ability to search any token that was generated, see detailed information related to that token, and so on and so forth. It also allows you to access the COTI full node list, and it also works better just in terms of, we've fixed a lot of the scalability issues around Explorer, so you should have a smoother experience, in-depth information available right now. And Bridge 2.0 is also around the corner, so that will accompany what is needed in MultiDAG 2.0. Djed. So since my last update, we've announced 5 new partnerships for Djed: Tent, Kirkstone, Lagoon, Thrift, and A-Starter. That brings us to more than 30 partnerships for Djed. Even before it's launched, Djed is going to hit the ground running, as they say. We've also shared the fee structure for Djed, what will be the burn mint fee, operational fee, etc., etc. So you'll have better transparency. Obviously, these can change over time if need be, but that gives you kind of an insight to what's around the corner, and with all these partnerships and usage and the fees that you can kind of figure out, all funneled to the treasury. We're very optimistic about Djed. As announced by IOG, the Vasil hard fork mainnet has been delayed by a few weeks. As we've said in the past, we're going to have to align with this timeline. We're going to launch Djed only after Vasil hard fork has happened, because it adds a lot to scalability, which actually adds a lot to security, and this is why we are aligning to this timeline. Yes, I would rather it would be faster, but with a financial instrument like what's going to be the main stable coin for the Cardano network, there is no way that we're going to rush this. This needs to be perfect, and we need to make sure that we tick all the boxes before we launch Djed. Better late than rushed in this case, and this is how Djed is going to be. But again, when you look into the horizon, we will continue to form more partnerships for Djed, continue to do our business development work in the market to make sure that there's a lot of liquidity for Djed, and we'll continue to upgrade everything that we can on our side before launching Djed. But Djed is definitely worth the while, and definitely worth your wait. As I've said once, and it turned out to be a meme, which is fine. Patience is bitter, but the fruits are sweet. More on that, AdaPay. There's a new AdaPay plugin now on Odoo, so have a look. Treasury. So we've received a lot of feedback for the Treasury, and we continuously update the Treasury as people tell us more and more things that they want to see more of or less of. We've noticed that not a lot of people are using the X3 multiplier, and other people have asked for a greater multiplier than 4x. So we've updated that. We've removed the 3x multiplier and inserted the 8x multiplier. That's not the only thing or the last thing that we're going to do in the Treasury. A lot of you said, hey, I want to lock my COTI for a long period of time and be compensated accordingly. And this is also something that is coming, and I'll discuss that a bit later. We've also gave you a sneak peek to COTI's new website. We've progressed and advanced a lot over time, and the website that we had didn't really reflect that. So the new website is meant to align everybody with our vision. It will also provide you information about all of COTI's products and services, including Djed, CDI, AutoPay, and more. It will take us a few more weeks, and then we'll launch the website. I know you're gonna love it. So what's coming? During the next couple of weeks, we will be testing MultiDAG 2.0 on testnet, obviously. As soon as the testing period will end, and once we clean up any bugs that we may found, the mainnet will be launched. That will begin COTI's new era of allowing enterprises and developers to issue their own tokens on top of the Trust Chain protocol. So this is seminal. Probably the first token that we launched, though, and without giving too much information right now, will be the Treasury's governance token, right? So for your active participation in COTI's Treasury, there will be a governance token that will be airdropped to you. We will give you more details about how this is going to work. What I can say right now is that people that will commit to longer period times staking, even longer than what we have right now, so that will be part of the process, will be given more of the governance token because obviously they are aligned with the Treasury. And the governance token for COTI will have its own utility, and we'll talk about this in a very specific article and set out the timeline for everything, so you'll know how to get the governance token for COTI, because we're not going to sell it. The only way that you'll get it is by actively participating in COTI's Treasury or by promoting the COTI's ecosystem, and more details of that will be given over time, but not too long now. All right, that's all I have for today. As a lot of you have mentioned in Twitter and other social networks, we continuously build winter or summer. It never mattered to us, and it will never matter to us because we look at things in the perspective of years, not cycles. So this is how COTI will continue to evolve. Very grateful to be able to launch the testnet for MultiDAG 2.0 because this is where we're going from being a one-dimensional network to a three-dimensional network, and the potential is amazing. So thank you for watching this video. Stay COTI.